Okay, what's going on, boys and girls out there in YouTube land? Once again, this is Beef Stew, and I'm coming at you with another Black Ops 3 gameplay commentary. So on my last video, I kind of talked about the whole black market thing as far as, buying COD points and getting mostly camos and skins instead of guns or whatever. And I kind of really didn't go too far into detail about that debate as far as, is it really pay to win or whatever you want to call it. Because I felt like I could go either way. Pause. Do people still say pause? Kind of when they kind of make some suspect quotes or whatever. I don't know. Anyways, it kind of got me thinking about what how I feel about DLC and the whole buying content after the game has come out. And I thought about it for a little while, and I kind of still felt like I could go both ways. And pause again. Anyways, I only say that because, just like about anything in life, you pretty much have pros and cons. And you might think to yourself, well, Mr. Beef Stew, I don't know why you call me that, but you did. All the pros go to the developers of the games, and all the cons go to the community. And I'd have to respond to you by saying, maybe you're right, but slightly right. I don't know. And I kind of want to just go over some of these pros and cons. And the first pro, which is probably the only reason I'm even for DLC, and I'm gonna start. Let me step back for a second, because I don't want to sound like a hypocrite. Because there is a small part of me that doesn't mind the DLC, but then there's another part of me that pretty much just fucking hates DLC, and I'll talk about that in a little bit. That'll probably go after my pro and con. I was gonna say pros and cons, but I can only think of one reason why anybody would even be remotely okay with DLC, and this is my one pro. There are probably 100 cons I could think of, but I'm not gonna get into all those. So anyways, the only reason I would even be for DLC is basically because, to an extent, I do believe DLC extends the lifespan of a game. And what I mean by that is, if I bought a game and it was completely finished, I'd probably get tired of it within the first 3 or 4 months. And that's just plain and simple. I honestly believe I would. And I only say that because, new games are coming out all the time. So for me, and I don't have a lot of time or money to be buying a game every 3 or 4 months. So if the developers can somewhat space out these DLCs, then fine, I'm okay with it. Because like I said, I feel like, let's say 3 or 4 DLCs a year. I only mostly play COD, so that's what I'm gonna go by. What's that? 12 maps, 12 extra maps, so that's 16 maps. If I got 16 maps and one at the beginning of the year or the lifespan of a game, I probably would still get bored with it, because there's no way that I'm gonna know every map, learn every map within that time span, and I'm just gonna get bored with it. I'm just gonna be honest with it. Now, watch this fail right here. I knew I was just gonna get away from that guy. Now, the flip side to that is, okay, like I said, to get 3 or 4 DLCs, during that lifespan. Now we may have got, shiny new stuff, and developers got to keep our attention a little bit longer. But only a small portion, of the community actually buys DLCs. Not DLCs, but a small portion buys DLCs. But I actually mean a small portion buys the season pass when it first comes out. And I did get the season pass this time, so yeah, I'm a hypocrite, whatever. But I like the game. I didn't buy it immediately. I got it after I played the game for about a month or so. I said, let me go ahead and get the the season pass. Now, I'm probably a small portion of the community that actually went out and did that. The other portion of the community may not even buy DLCs, or they might buy one and be like, that's it, I'm done, I'm not buying any more DLCs. Because, you know, a lot of people aren't liking this DLC on PlayStation. I have Xbox, so I haven't really gotten the opportunity to play the game or play the new maps. But a lot of people aren't enjoying the new maps. But anyways, so a small portion maybe only buys one DLC or no DLCs at all. And then, you know, there's a season pass people, and the people that might get each map pack or whatever, each DLC, but only not all at once. That's gonna bring up matchmaking issues, you know, because like I said, not everybody gets the DLCs. It's gonna make it harder to just find matches. Let's say, you know, only 20%. I'm probably exaggerating. Probably 50%. Let's say 50% buys a season pass. That's 50% of your community that's being alienated right now, because the other 50% didn't buy the season pass and they didn't feel like buying this first DLC or whatever, or they waited to see what everybody else thought about the DLC and then decided not to get it. That's causing matchmaking issues right there. Let's say 50% buy the season pass, only 20% buy the first DLC. Still, I mean, the matchmaking issues aren't as bad, but they're still there. So, I mean, those are my, honestly, that's the only con. And then the biggest con, actually, I can't find any more pros with buying DLCs or not buying DLCs, but having DLCs. I can't find any more pros, I'm not gonna lie. But I can find 100 cons. I mean, the biggest one is being that you're basically buying 2 games for the price of one. Or not for the price of one. You're buying 2 games, or you're buying 1 game for the price of 2, 3, 4, or whatever. How many? I don't remember how much the season pass was, but you're buying the game and then being asked to buy the rest of the game later on. That's the biggest issue. That's the biggest con with buying DLCs. I don't go to McDonald's and just get a Big Mac meal and only get my sandwich. I don't. And then I sit there and I wait in increments, you know, 3 or 4 minutes increments, expecting to get the rest of my meal. I don't expect to get my fries later on. I don't expect to get my drink later on. And I damn sure don't expect to get my apple pie, because I love them apple pies, later on. I expect to get it when I buy my meal. So, yeah, I'm being a hypocrite because I got the season pass. But at the same time, I expect to get my DLC or my game when I buy the game right then and there. But anyways, if you like this commentary, go ahead, hit that like button, hit up subscribe. I'll be sure to get out more content to you guys as soon as I can. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed.